This is RWSFM 103.3.
Okay, my name is Ian Norris. I have two programmes on RWSFM. I have a programme on a Sunday night called Showtime, which is hits from the musicals and theatre news. Plus, I do an interview programme on a Wednesday, the midweek morning show. The thing I enjoy most and the reason I got into radio in the first place is that I love music. And Showtime in particular is just a real treat. I get to play 2 hours of fantastic music that I really enjoy. On the midweek show, I run a fairly cavalier policy towards the music because that's not what the programme is about. The programme is about interviewing people, having conversations with interesting local people, and I then tend to pick out, well, basically a lot of Bruce Springsteen actually, because that's my particular hobby. So really that's what I get out of just the sheer enjoyment of playing music. And sometimes when you find a piece of music that you just want to share with people, you find an album, you find a track, and you just say, listen, you've got to listen to this. This is the most fantastic thing you're going to hear. They might hate it, but you loved it. Well, the thing is, I find to talk to the listener exactly the same way as I would talk to anybody else, to my friends, to the people, you know, if I'm having a telephone conversation or if I'm sitting close to friends in a pub, I just talk to them, and I talk naturally. I don't think about it as broadcasting. The great late Terry Wogan said, "You're just talking to one person in one room," and that's exactly how I see it. And people do respond. People email, people get in contact, people leave you messages. I have a couple of regular people who always phone me up and say, that was appalling, or that was really good. But generally, people like to just naturally. Many years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and again about music, and he said, have you ever thought about doing radio? And I said, it's not an option, you know. Well, how does anyone get into radio? You know, I'm not going to get a program on Radio 2 or Radio 1 or anywhere else for that matter. And so I thought about it and had a look round, and I realised that there were options available. There were volunteer radio stations, and so I applied. Didn't hear anything for a while. And I reminded them again, and came along and had an interview and thought, this is exactly the sort of thing I was looking for. I've probably been doing radio for about 20 years now, off and on. Started off as an assistant on a programme, on a country and western programme, Yeehaw, which is great fun because country music was not something I knew a great deal about, but I moved from country music into doing classical music, and I moved from classical music into doing a request show, and it's just developed on from there. And now I'm doing, as I say, two programs which I really enjoy. It's not something that I ever think about, to be perfectly honest. I don't think, oh, I'm talking to, you know, thousands of people. I literally, my niece's husband I know listens. And so I quite often think, oh, Martin will be listening to this, or my friend Justin, who's a builder, will be listening to this. And so occasionally you think, oh, I might talk to them. And that's the way I think you have to do radio, is you have to, as I say, it's the Terry Wogan thing. You have to think you're just broadcasting to an individual. The special thing about RWSFM is the fact that none of us are doing it for money. We're here because we want to be here. We're here because we love it and because we enjoy what we do. Make no mistake, if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't be here, because I don't have to do it. I enjoy it because I enjoy, as I said to you, I enjoy presenting the music, and I love the thrill of giving people new songs. I love the thrill of conducting interviews, because you never quite know what people are going to say. And I'm very lucky we have a regular panel of guests who are ceaselessly entertaining and informative, and we're very lucky because, as you know, on a community radio station like this, we there's so much we can do that wouldn't be open to you if you were on a big radio station. If I was on a big national radio station, I couldn't play what music I liked. I would have to work to a playlist. I don't work to a playlist. I play whatever seems appropriate at the time, and that's what I enjoy about RWSFM. I enjoy it, and it's a horrible thing to say, but I do actually enjoy the people. People I work with are actually quite nice, which surprises me sometimes. The thing I find about radio is don't imitate. Don't listen to someone on the radio station and on another radio station and try and be like them. I'm not Tony Blackburn. I'm not even Terry Wogan, who was my great hero. You just come on and be yourself, and as I say, you just talk to people and just enjoy it for what it is. Don't come with the idea that you're going to be the next big superstar, that you're going to be Chris Evans and be presenting Top Gear. You might be, if you're lucky, but that doesn't happen very often. Just enjoy it for what it is. As I say, it's that thrill of putting on a piece of music and thinking there will be people out there who've never heard this piece of music. And if you like music, in particular, I think if you like music, there's just that thrill, that delight in putting something before people and thinking, wow, I'm actually someone somewhere is going to hear that and going to go, oh, that's nice. And that's good.